Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's great to see you again. In this video, I want to show you this little Bluetooth wireless lav I recently picked up off of Amazon. Now, this isn't any kind of name brand. It cost me a little over $30 US, but I think it's worthwhile talking about. Now, this version is a lightning connector. You can also get them in USB-C for your Android, but since I use iPhone, obviously it's a lightning connector. So this does fit right into the phone, if I got the right end, just fine even if you have a case. Now for me, that's kind of a big deal. I've tried a lot of lightning microphone adapters in the past, and one of my big complaints is that a lot of the adapters, a lot of the connectors weren't long enough to get past a case. This is the Polar Pro case, and you see it goes on just fine. The second piece is the microphone. Obviously, it's pretty light and it feels a little bit fragile, but honestly, for the price, I didn't really expect a lot as far as build quality goes. Now, it is charged with a USB-C. According to the website, it takes about 2 hours to get a full charge, and I would say that's fairly accurate. The battery is pretty small. I mean, this is a tiny, light device. According to the website, the charging time or the running time is about 4.5 hours. I would say in my experience so far, it's been about 4 hours. Overall, the range is approximately 50 feet. I would say, yeah, at the most, maybe closer to 40 feet in my experience. But overall, when I'm using this, I'm usually pretty close to my phone, like maybe it's on my gimbal. So the range hasn't been an issue. Now, one critique I do have about the design of this is the clip. So the clip does not rotate. So when you put it on, it's gonna be at an angle. So if you want this pointing towards your mouth, you're probably gonna have to have a button-up shirt on. However, this is supposed to be an omnidirectional microphone, so it shouldn't really matter if it's pointed this way or this way. Make sure you're holding it close to the receiver and press and hold for a few seconds. And a little green light should come on right there, and you should find a little red light on with the receiver, and that should indicate a connection. Now, sometimes it seems like the apps don't quite recognize this device, and I have to unplug it and then plug it back in, and then my apps recognize it. In a couple minutes, we're gonna test out the sound quality. Now, we're out here in my kind of noisy backyard. I have an intersection right over there. The big reason for that is this has built-in noise canceling, and I wanna test that part out. Now, it's important to note that there are no controls over the noise canceling. You can't adjust it, you can't turn off. It is what it is. That may work for some people, but not for others. Before we test out the sound quality, let's first see if our Zhiyun Smooth 5 can support this Bluetooth adapter. Now, you see it's a little unbalanced without turning it on. I know from experience, if I do power it on, you know, the motor will compensate. But you're also going to notice I have a filter on right now. If I take the filter off, I don't have balancing issues. I won't need a counterweight. If you have a filter, or especially like the anamorphic lens, yeah, you're probably going to want a little bit of counterweight on it. First test is with the built-in microphone. And normally I don't like using the built-in microphone, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. A lot of people out there, like on TikTok, have made a really, really good living only using the built-in microphones. I mean, just literally shooting with their phone. So it's about the right tool for the right job. If you're one of these content creators for something like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, then a microphone may not be a big deal for you. Now you're listening to me through the wired lavalier. I like the simplicity of this, right? There's nothing to charge, no external power. It's pretty basic. However, cables get pinched, they can get snagged, they can pull out of place. It has happened. It hasn't happened with this gimbal yet, but it's happened to me plenty of other times with regular cameras. I use third-party apps almost exclusively. I don't like the built-in camera app on the iPhone. And one of the reasons is I like to monitor the input levels of my audio and turn down as necessary. Normally, I'm turning it down when I have this on. Just a side note, something to think about. And now you're listening to me through the Bluetooth wireless lavalier. What do you think of the sound quality? You probably noticed the levels are a little bit lower. It's a breezy day out here. There is some road noise behind me. How's the noise canceling working out? On some occasions in my tests, I thought it worked fairly decent. Other times, I didn't really like it all that much. It's kind of breezy right now. It's a good test. It's definitely a good test for this. But it is what it is. This is a cheap solution. I didn't have my expectations set that high. Now for me, I'm pretty happy with this little accessory. It's small, compact, easy to use, and right now, with the state of the economy and the stock market, it's affordable. I'm not comfortable spending $300+ on a wireless set. Maybe next year, but not right now. And this is good enough for me. So maybe not for you. Again, we're all different, and that's perfectly fine. And lastly, I know that I've been kind of absent. I've been very busy with the new job, but I'm finally ramping up and doing a lot better. And I have some time to breathe and get back to making content again, which is something that I've really missed doing. It is great to see you all again, and I look forward to seeing you next time.